Hello.
For today's podcast, we're going to talk about teen violence. We're going to talk about some of the causes, some of the issues. I want to talk about why teens are so angry. I want to talk about what could maybe some of the solutions to some of this teen violence and some of the things that are going on in our schools and in our communities. So I have here with me today, we have Kelvin. Hey, Kelvin. Hey. And we have Kadarian.
Hello, yeah.
And Lauren and Kaylin. And they're going to give, each of us are going to give our perspective on the topic teen violence and give some of the solutions. Talk about some of the causes and what do we think, what can we do to help our teens? What can we do to lower the violence in our communities, to lower the crime rates in our communities, okay? The first thing I want to talk about is gun violence and gang violence in the community. Just to give you some statistics on this, it states that in 2017, 4,300 young people between the ages of 10 to 24 were victims of homicide. So children are dying daily. Okay, children are dying. And this is one of the reasons why I started this podcast, because I think it's called upon me to help save the children. And you guys, young teens, young adults, you are the future of tomorrow. So what do you think, why are students so angry? Why are teens so angry? Tell me, why are teens so angry? Kelvin, what do you think? Why are teens so angry?
I think they're angry because they be on technology too much, and some really do need help, because I've been hearing a lot of kids killing their own parents over technologies and games and stuff like that. So
are you saying that they get upset when they don't get what they want?
Yes.
Like if they want the iPhone X or whatever it is, they get upset, they become violent, and they become angry. And what's another reason why you think why are teens mad? It seems like a lot of adults, there's like a disconnection between teens and adults. Why are they so upset and so angry? What would make a child go out and kill another child?
Probably just to show off for their friends and just to be on the news and think they're cool.
Wow. For peer pressure. What do you think?
To be honest, I agree with Kevin.
Okay.
Like these days technology is, too big of an influence on us teens and stuff, and most of us not raised right,
Oh, so you mean like social media?
Social media is affecting
having
us.
the latest phone or whatever,
Exactly.
the pressure there. So it's a lot of pressure from peers. What do you think, Lauren? What do you guys? Why are teens so angry? And you can jump in any time and say whatever you want to say. Okay? Why are teens so angry?
I don't know. Not getting their way, not having things that they wish they had. Like, just because they wish they had something, they're doing something to get it. And sometimes killing comes into play.
So when they don't
it does.
So when they don't get what they want, they become angry.
Too much peer pressure.
Peer pressure. Try to influence. So what do you think?
Well, sometimes it's respect too.
I agree
to
with
gain
that.
respect.
They look up to the wrong people.
Yeah.
Looking up to the
today's
wrong
rappers.
people. Okay.
Rappers and all those rappers going out wearing dresses.
Reckless in general, like just having
Exactly.
the I don't care attitude.
So today you get respect by being reckless?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why they say,
Okay.
most kids
by like
these
not
days
caring, just living
exactly
for yourself.
use the
and-
term savage. He's savage.
Oh, so when you're savage, that means
Exactly.
you're reckless.
Something
so you
like
become,
that.
you gain status by being
Exactly.
reckless, by
That's
being
respect.
savage.
Oh man. Oh, I gotta look up to him. You see what he's doing? He's getting so much fame from that.
Okay. So teens are angry. What you're saying to me is that teens are angry because they want things. They see their peers with things, and they're willing to do whatever they want to
Exactly.
do or whatever they have to do in order to get it, to get
Exactly.
respect.
And nobody's stopping them.
So when you have material things, you get respect.
Exactly.
Is that what you're saying? Because I'm trying to
I agree,
figure
I
this
agree.
out. Okay, so there seems to be a lack. There's nothing wrong with wanting things, because we all want things. But there seems to be a misunderstanding. You have to work in
you
order
have to
to
work.
get
Exactly.
things. So that's where the gap is missing here.
A lot of
So
people-
filling that gap for me, for teens.
A lot of people these days in the household, it's a single mother.
Okay.
They don't really have the father figure in their life, so they're not really taught to get it the right way, because their mother have to be the father as well. And in most society, it's not as easy as it was then. So I'm just gonna rob him and get it the easy way, not knowing it's a consequence to your actions.
Okay, what do you want to say, Lauren? What are you saying?
That kind of falls on the parent because, you know, like, there's a lot of single parent. Like, my mom's a single mom, but I'm not out doing all that stuff. And so it kind of does depend on how much the parent
your
is
mom
in.
raised you right, though.
Yeah.
Your mom...
Not
you know,
necessarily. I wasn't raised all the way by my mama.
Yeah, but you know yourself. You know right from wrong.
Okay, but there's also, like, it just doesn't matter if it's a single parent or not. It's just on the parent regardless because parent puts in that attention to that child. So...
But I see what you're saying, and I'm going to ask you for your opinions as well. But what you're saying is there's a single parent in the home. A lot of time that mother's not there to raise their child, to put the
Exactly.
values or
Exactly.
the standards in their child because she's at work. So that child then is forced to raise themselves or raised within the
Exactly.
community,
I
and
know
it may be bad influence.
I know people call me. My mom at work. I got the spare key. Can you take me up to her job to get her car? But she don't know. When she get out, her car is right there. She don't know what's going on. She's at
That's
work.
what
She
she's
don't
saying.
have time.
But Lauren, what you're saying is that you can see your mother was a single parent and she taught you certain values and she taught you what to do and what not to do.
I mean, it can happen, like, regardless with any type of parent. It's just, like, I mean, it could play a part if the dad's not in that
Yeah.
kid's life, but at the same time, like, what values and what, like, lessons is is the parent that is involved teaching that child?
How
like,
was the parent raised?
you know.
Okay, what do you think, Calvin?
I feel like it all depends to whether your child listens to you or not. Because I feel like parents do great jobs sometimes, but like not all the times. Because they be going out. I mean, I had my dad, he used to be an alcoholic, drug addict. He used to come home with anger, everything that he had, I don't know, drugs, heroin, anything. And yeah, he used to lay hands on my mom, and that's.
And would that make you upset?
Well, I was there to watch the whole thing,
So it
so
made
yeah,
you
it
angry.
made
Sure.
like I had a lot of anger.
But you knew that your mom loved you. You knew she supported
Exactly.
you.
Yeah.
And then you understood the situation that she was in.
Yeah.
But I understand that that would make you angry as a child. You understand? Seeing that it would make anyone angry being in that environment. And so then you have to not only deal with your parent going through that, but then you have to deal with that angry thing yourself.
If you don't mind, how did
You
you
know?
feel inside? What was going through your mind at the time?
I mean, I was like around 7, 8. I really didn't know what to do, but besides grab the scissors that he had
Exactly.
and drop them, I feel like a whole lot of anger. I like try to. I
could do
wanted.
anything.
Yeah, I wanted
You
to.
wanted to stop that.
Yeah, but I
Like, kids
couldn't.
want this in society. They do anything.
But like he
to
said,
do
he
it.
felt angry, and sometimes that goes out into the community, and this leads to teen violence.
Exactly.
You know, and one of the reasons why I selected each of you to be here, to part of this panel, because you have so much to give to other children who are out there. Everyone has their own story to tell, and everyone has their own struggle. But you got so much to offer to say, you know, I've been here in that situation before, but guess what? I got out. You know what I mean? My parent was there, but I got out. I've been with a single mother. I made it out. I was with a single mother, and I made it out. You see what I'm saying? So why do you think kids are so angry?
Well,
Teens, why are they so angry?
it can have a part like with influence too, but it can come from the homes. It can also come from their selves too.
From within?
Yeah, because you
Low
can
self-esteem,
you can be
maybe?
raised perfectly and then still go out and do things like that.
Exactly.
That's true.
You got
That's
the
very true.
perfect life. Why
That's
would you
true.
mess
That's
it up?
true. So what can we do to reduce, what can parents do? What can adults do? We understand that you come from these different homes. We understand, what can teachers do to help support these students and these children? What can we do as adults? As a teacher, as an adult, what can I do to help reduce teenage problems, the anger, the resentment, the hurt? What can we do?
Limit the access.
Limit the access to what?
Technology.
Technology? Okay, well, we live in a technological world, so that's going to
Exactly.
be. So tell me something. Give me something else I can
It's
do.
just
That may be
like-
one way.
You gotta be there with the kids. Like, just really just do your job and, you know, like, show, like, a kid that you can see. Like, if you can tell a kid's just, like, or just take the advantage of whenever somebody opens up to you and tells you about, like, what they have going on. And you just let them know that there's more out there. You show them like different pathways that they can take, and show them what the importance is that they get out of school and all that stuff.
So be that ear that listens, and be that heart that cares for people.
Because you can't change everybody's mind, but you can change someone's.
You can feel for someone.
True. You can't change everybody, but that one or two people makes a big difference. So teenagers are angry. Anger leads to violence. A lot of you guys play these video games that you play. Was it Fortnite or something like that, where you just randomly go around and kill people with no remorse? Do you think that kind of leads to or makes children become a little more violent?
That has big, yes. That's a big
You think so?
But I mean, at the same time, you still had like back in the day, even when people weren't as violent, you still had like killing shows and where people would shoot each other.
Well, now I'm from back in the day. I'm from back in the day. I'm the only one at this table from back in the day, and it's much different. Like when I was going in high school, they would never have people on TV with bras and panties. You never did. It's just a whole different day. Things were censored back then, but now it's like everything goes. And you would never. Back in the day, a student would never. You wouldn't think twice about speaking back to a teacher or being disrespectful to a teacher. You would never see the nudity you see in movies and film and TV like you do now. So now everything is out in the open. So do you think, these kids, they're playing video games, it's nothing for them to take a shotgun and blow someone, oh yeah, I killed that person.
It's because we're allowing like younger people to feel like they're in control and that respect doesn't matter, because that's what a lot of younger people have that mindset of, is once automatically, well, let's give them a voice, let's give them something to say, like let's see what they think about it. It's a reality whenever the upper hand, your elders, whoever's in charge says no, like that's what goes, or like whatever they say goes. And now it's like people can use, like younger people can use their words to push past that, or they can try to like sway to get into other ways. And when they don't get their way, it's like, I'm gonna make it my own way, like I'm gonna do it on my own.
So what you're saying is that, like in reference to violence, in video game violence, and how it could make teens even more angry, you say it gives them some kind of respect. I understand that. But my question is, do you think these video games are making children more desensitized, meaning less sensitive to things? Like when someone dies, like, oh, it's okay, he died, it's okay, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a sensitive issue anymore. They don't take these things to heart. You see what I'm saying? It's only when it hits close to school. But if it's someone at another school, you're like, oh, well, it's okay. And I'm just wondering if these video games that you're playing makes you become less sensitive to these things that are happening.
Video games, music.
What about music? What about music? Movies?
They talk about it.
They talk about
They
drugs,
talk about it every
guns,
time.
everything.
So they glorify drugs,
Exactly.
being a drug dealer, being a gang banger.
That's all you hear these days.
Killing
Drugs,
whatever. You
money,
get
fame.
steps
And,
or stats.
music can affect the brain. You could visually look at it. It's example of you play a beat or a melody, and you can see how the water form, and how that's.
I've heard about that. Yeah.
That stuff, you might not.
So
listen
then, why do
to
you guys listen to it then?
Some songs.
Why do you watch these videos? Why do you listen to this music if it knows it makes you feel rage, or you're hype, even more hype? Why do it if you know it's wrong? And if you know if it's leading you to think something that's negative, why do it? That's my question as an adult.
Right,
why be a part of that? Or why, if you see your friend doing it, why don't you say, listen, we are listening to that? It's quiet.
They like it.
Because you like it. But everything, just because you like it, and just because you can do it, doesn't mean it's right.
It makes them feel good. It gives them confidence,
But it's a negative concept, confidence. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying.
A lot of gang violence. There's a lot of gang violence everywhere. What would make a student say, or a teenager say, you know what? I'm going to join that gang. I'm going to be a part of that group. Well, what would make...
He's doing it. He's doing it. He's getting so much respect. A lot of people respecting him. Oh man, maybe I should do it.
Respect.
Maybe a lot of people take me more seriously.
So he's getting respect by doing something that's negative.
Or
Exactly.
Attention.
Exactly.
So it doesn't matter if the attention is negative as long as it's respect and attention.
Nobody cares about the positive no more.
Wow. So as long as you have respect even if this, like give me an example. So someone that joins a gang, they get respect. Do they feel like that they have a sense of worth, or do they feel like they have a sense of belonging to
They have
something?
both, really.
It's both.
If you
like,
see
explain.
I have disrespect, oh, he got all the girls now. Oh man, I want to be just like him. He has this, he has that. Oh man, maybe I should do what he's doing.
Kevin, what do you have to say? Like in reference to joining gangs and gang violence, and how do you earn respect from your perspective?
I feel like if you join the gang, the only way to get respect from the big dog is to kill someone or to stab someone to death.
Yeah, you're right.
Or like the gas station incident, an innocent kid was killed.
This
He
goes
was
back
killed.
to saying, oh, he's a savage.
Yeah.
Oh, now we're back to the savage thing. So to
It's
join
a
a
big
gang,
circle.
you kill someone or stab someone, then you get status, and you get respect from the gang.
Respect.
Okay, but what about
Take me more
what
serious.
about that person's family that you've taken a life away from their family?
They don't think about that. They don't think about that.
So that's what I'm talking about, the desensitization. Like
They don't understand what they're really doing until the end, until it's your time to go.
oh, until it's too late.
Exactly.
So there's a lack of
That-
understanding of consequences
That's
for
what
actions.
that's a big thing right
Okay. There's a consequence that you have to pay for your action. You
Exactly.
understand?
That's
There's
a big thing.
always a consequence. And although it seems glorified at the moment you're doing it, there's still going to, if there's not a consequence tomorrow, it's coming.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So there is a consequence. So where do you learn about consequences to your actions? Where should you learn that
I
from?
think this go back to your parenting,
To parenting. So would you say what most of you say, and this, I just want your opinion. Would you say that parents have failed their children?
I don't say they failed.
I gotta have a lot to say on that.
Well, I want to hear it.
Because
Yeah.
Because if he's saying it goes back to parenting, so I want to see
it's
how
just
can we.
influence.
Yeah,
like,
it's
it really doesn't even matter.
your
It depends on
environment,
it
you know?
depends on the area of where you grow up. Because
Exactly.
where I used to live at, none of the kids act like this. Nobody's out around killing each other and none of that. But as soon as I come back to Nashville and live out in the Nashville area, that's where it's happening at. That's where all this like big like bold badness is going on. But ain't none of that's going on down like where I used to be. And it just has to do with the area.
So well, doesn't the area have to do with the community? Have to do with the home? So then we get back to parenting. You see what I'm saying? Because you don't have a community unless you have households.
You got a
it
lot,
has to
and
be
you have
ran
a
by
lot of
someone.
people like living from poverty also around in our area too, and that's just a lot of people. They're just trying to make their way and just trying to make sure their kids are fed.
Exactly.
They're not
They're
even
trying-
worried about the
exactly.
parenting part.
So do you think poverty has something to do with violence?
Yes.
Well, yeah, but not all of it, Because what about the school shooters and stuff? People have, like, perfect homes
Exactly.
and still do
Well,
stuff.
then there's
That
also those kids. Some of those kids are neglected and they're doing
Yeah.
this for attention. I
Exactly.
mean, you can still just
Yeah,
have
you
it
can-
all handed to you, but
Exactly.
still get neglected because
You're
parents
still
are
not happy.
overworked.
So now we're back to the status thing. Because attention means you're getting, status means attention. Someone's giving you attention. If you have status, someone gave you attention.
The wrong people not
So
giving you
the
attention.
okay, so now we're back to this respect and attention. Why is it so important for teens today to have the attention and respect of? I mean, you have social media, at Facebook, you have Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and it seems like if you get so many likes, for some reason that increases your opinion of yourself. But it's really a
Self-esteem.
false
Exactly.
sense of pride. Because you
Exactly.
can have 5,000 likes and not one friend you can call.
Exactly. Just like
So why do you need this attention? Why do you need this sense of worth externally when you should really get your sense of worth internally? That's my question.
I mean,
Why
there's
do you
people
need
who try
that?
to
There's
get
no
attention
need.
in different ways because, I mean, there are, like, some people who just crave the attention, like, on social media and, like, are worried about that. And then you have other people who just aren't worried about anybody. They're just worried about making their own money and, like, making it themselves, which could also, like, not benefit them because that's pushing other people out the way. And they have that reckless mindset where, like, they're going to do anything and everything to get to where they want to be. I mean, that could take you to a good place. It could not, but... I mean,
So like
Exactly.
in reference to violence, gang violence, gun violence, I mean the statistics on gun violence is astronomical. It's horrible. The statistics on gang violence, gangs are increasing in every state in this country. So what can adults do to help decrease these numbers? What can adults do to help teens not join gangs? What can adults do to help teens not be so angry? As an adult, I want you to tell me, what can I do to help you, because it'll help all of us.
It's only one thing. It's only one thing to do.
Show them more love, attention,
You gotta
everything
put
they
baby
need.
in your kids, like, because a lot of parents just
Exactly.
let a lot of stuff slide now, like, and I notice it, like, it's just like they just let stuff go. Like my little sister, she acts so reckless, and it's because of like how she was like got to grow up. She never got whooped or nothing, but you know, so she never knew like not to do something. She never got a whooping. Nobody gets whoopings anymore.
So you're telling me, as an adult, if we act like we know, that's one step towards, or try to understand, that would be a step towards progression? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Like explain. Like how could I act like, what can I do to help? What can I say to help? Say for instance, if I have a student who is in a gang and he's, you know, he hardly ever comes to school, and I'm trying to give them the attention or get to know him, and he keeps pushing me off and pushing me further and further away, I should still try harder to reach that student.
Well, you can only do so much. You can't force someone, you know.
But I can do my part
You
to
can
try
try
to reach
to.
What you
Yeah.
could
that
do
student.
is like if I was in that situation, I would see like I would ask them like have a one-on-one talk like what do you really want to do? Like what is your like goals for yourself? Like do you want to be successful or do you just want to live this life that you're already living? And I mean like you can just go from there because it's just really their choice at that point. Like it's just what they want to do and what they're willing to push themselves to do. If they're not willing to push themselves to come to school and do their work, you can't make them because they're not going to. They don't have that motivation.
But is it my part as an educator and as an adult to motivate them?
I mean, you can,
Yeah.
if you
That's all you
only
can
like,
do.
you know, do your part.
That's what you're supposed to do, motivate them. Some people, they don't think for the long run. They think, oh, all right, tomorrow. Let me
Just
think
for
the
right
next-
now.
Exactly.
Just for right now.
They don't see ahead, you know. I bet if you ask them where you picture yourself in 10 years, they can't tell you.
You think a lot of kids, like, they join gangs or they become violent, they become angry because they find themselves in school, they find themselves lost.
Alone.
You know, they find, oh, I can't do this work, it's too hard. I'm going to give up. I'm going to drop out. You know, I know I'm not going to be valedictorian. I know I'm not going to get a academic scholarship. You think that attributes to a lot of teens being angry and dropping out of school or getting out of school, getting into the wrong things also?
Yeah, but we also need to like stop making it. I feel like another thing is like in school we don't need to just make it such a big deal. Like college is just needed because college isn't just meant for everybody. Like not everybody can go to
They
college.
try to put everybody
So
on
you
the
know
same
you
level.
put out other options like what there is for them, like construction working jobs or like I don't know, real estate, getting a real estate license. Because, I mean, like, that's good money. Like, that's good pay.
More
and,
trade schools,
you know,
you're saying? Yeah,
And
more
people,
trade schools.
you know,
Exactly.
people can
When
do
I was in
that.
school, we used to have industrial arts. We used to have auto mechanics, home economics, and, you know, things like different trades you can go in,
what you
different things you
good
can
at,
learn.
you know?
Yeah.
They're trying to start everybody off at the same thing. You know, not everybody good at that. Like, you know, do what you feel, you know?
Okay. Now, what about violence in schools? You know, I know there's a lot of bullying in
Yeah,
school.
that comes from bullying, I do believe.
Okay, there's some gang violence in schools.
Right.
What is the core of violence? What causes
I
most of
mean,
the violence in school?
that's how a school shooting starts, by either bullying or losing a fight. So
It'd be that. Or,
Okay.
I mean, there has been other shootings where, like, people just are crazy and they go up into schools and shoot them up. But
Well, I'm talking about I mean like fights in school, you know, gang-related violence in schools. So you think that starts by, can that be caused by getting some kind of status? Or trying to get a status in school?
maybe, yeah.
being pushed down so much, you're just like, you know, who's like this? Like, you pushed me down so much and,
I'm going to
Now
get
they're
you.
gonna
Yeah,
break,
don't
yeah.
mess with me.
yeah.
Okay, so when someone's bullying somebody, someone can come in and take a gun
Exactly.
and,
That's,
you
that
know,
just
do
put
something.
fear in people, you know? Like,
I haven't seen that many fights in school lately. So I think it's a reduction in fight, but there's an increase in gang violence.
nobody
Is it in-
fights these days.
Oh, why don't
No.
they fight? So they're just pulling the trigger now.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so you can have an altercation with another person and you think it's over, and you meet
Exactly.
them after school and
Boom.
they
It's
shoot
faster
you.
that way.
Nobody
It's
want to go
easy.
out like that, like no fool.
What do you mean? Explain. What are you saying?
That's embarrassing. People think that's embarrassing. That's
What's
loss of
embarrassing?
respect right there.
What
Say
do you mean?
I fight you, I lose. I'm gonna come back 10 times harder. I lose a fight, now I'm gonna just shoot you, you know?
Oh, so you're saying if they have a one-on-one fight, just a fist fight,
Exactly.
and the person loses, they're coming back to retaliate.
Exactly. And if they do that, then if they lose, then they just gonna gang you after that.
Wow. Okay. So once again, this kind of connects with respect and having self-esteem.
Yeah, nobody
so
like
you think
take
you
L's.
lose respect if you lose a fist fight?
Yeah, nobody like to take L's, you know?
They don't want to take an L.
Nobody want to take L's.
But the reality of life, we all take L's.
Exactly. They just don't understand that.
Why not? Why is not understood?
Because
You tell me, and you tell me, why is it understood that it's okay to lose? Why is that not understood? Why is it not understood that it's okay to fail? It's okay. Explain that to
I
me.
love with money
Yeah.
and success.
Yeah, basically.
But what do you mean?
Because I know some people that if they lose, they would have to kill that person personally, but they probably locked up already. I don't know. But it's different about winning and losing. You can lose a fight and you can win a fight, but you can't win a gun battle. There is no winning a gun battle.
yeah, by what he
Wow.
said about that, you could lose. In some cases, you could
Wow.
lose and still win, you know?
Wow.
Say, I'm fighting you, but then all you people, jump in and gang me. I lost, but in reality, I still won because you took the easy way out. You got people to jump me.
But just saying that, you just said you can lose because nobody wins in a gunfight. Yeah. That's really serious. So for your generation, losing means what?
Losing our lives. That's what technically it is. Because all you see on the news in our generation is teens killing each other over
Exactly.
gangs, phones, money,
Exactly.
chains.
And it's not by fist.
Yes.
It's by gun.
So in order to get respect, you can't take an L. Because if you take an L, you lose your life.
I mean, there's different peoples. There's like gangbangers and original people. There's original
Exactly.
people is like they get attention for being smart, loving, showing others kids attention, teenagers. Yes, caring, and actually being like a parent to the other kid.
But would a gangbanger or a very violent teen ever take advice from an original person? It's interesting you said original, so you think it's like a normal teen.
I mean, maybe if you open up, tell them what you've been through, and if you've been in a gang, tell them your experience about it, then I feel like everyone should just express themselves, be happy, no more negative stuff like killing. It's just, it's not right.
And they do it. They just do it. I mean, it's,
So, wow. So, children who are angry, children who are violent, children who lean more towards gang, because statistically, children that live in poverty, these are the children who are killing each other. These are the children who are going to jail. These are the children who are dying in the streets. You know what I mean? So we have to find a solution within ourselves. See, because if you can't find a solution to your problem, no one else will. So we have to find a solution to kind of turn things around and let them know that, no, it's not okay. It's okay sometimes if you do lose. It's okay sometimes if you do fail. How do you win if you never lose? No one wins all the time at life. It's just not possible. Because when you lose, you learn.
Exactly.
That's when you learn, when you lose. So in reference to gang violence and children being so upset, as a parent, as a teacher, as a mentor, I need to know and reach out to these people and say the gangbanger, I want to know, why are you doing this? And what can I do to stop it? Do we need to communicate? Is that what we need to do? We need to talk?
Yeah, spend time with them.
Spend time.
Yeah, communicate with them. Talk to them. Tell them what's wrong. And
Older
if
folks.
they don't tell you what's wrong, if they keeping it a secret, be like, okay, it's fine. Just don't hold a grudge against yourself.
Okay, so communication is the key.
Yeah.
To say, let me understand you, and you can understand me.
There's no more
And
communication.
there's no more communication. So you think adults aren't communicating?
That also, yeah.
You think adults are just, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, you're doing wrong, I'm mad, you disgust me, I'm sick of you, I'm sick of what you're doing, you make no sense, I'm tired, you're failing. Is it too much of that and not enough of, let's talk.
Right.
Tell me what's wrong.
Let
me try to understand you. You think adults don't understand teens now? That's why you're so angry?
It's so, different pages.
Or could it be
Kinda,
more
yeah.
teens don't think that their parents understand? Don't think that their parents understand?
Why would a teen not think that their parent understands?
Because
Give me a reason
they
why.
they feel like that their situations were different than the ones that they
Exactly.
were in, but it really wasn't.
So you think your parents can't understand because you live in a different day and time.
But in reality.
But in reality,
Yeah.
nothing's really new under the sun. Technology is new, but really, some of the same problems.
The
we don't.
emotions and stuff that you feel right now is not.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. The emotions are the same. I felt stressed as a teen. I felt lonely as a teen. I felt like I want to give up as a teen. I failed as a teen. I felt not pretty as a teen. I felt everything that everyone's felt in this day. I felt when I was younger as a child. But for some reason you guys don't think that, because you know why? So often your generation, you look at the end result, but you don't look at the steps of getting there.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? You always see the end result. Oh, look at LeBron James. Oh, look at Oprah. They've made it. But you don't see the steps that they had to, struggles that they had to get there. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's what's missing. There's like a link missing. There's not there, there's there, but there's the in between. You understand? Life is about stages and steps. And part of that I really blame on technology, because everything that you guys want now is right here, instantly. Instantly. You can make your food instantly in a microwave. You can eat within 3 minutes. You can get anywhere all over the world instantly. So for some reason, and this is just my perspective, and tell me if I'm wrong, you think that gratification should be instantly. So when you're a gangbanger or a violent person or an angry teen, and you do something to that person and you hurt them, for some reason you get that instant gratification. Although it's negative, you still get that instant gratification. Exactly. Am I right? Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know. If you say, Ms. Newman, I don't agree, I'm completely fine with that. But I just want to know, how can we curb this violence in teens? How can we curb this angriness, this animosity, this I'm mad, I'm just mad. I'm just mad, I need to vent. And if you're saying that adults need to talk more and we need to understand more, then that's what we need to do. Young ladies, listen, young women are going to prison at a top rate. Women are filling the prisons. They're committing crimes. Women are joining gangs. They're violent. As young women, what do you think you need to do? Or what do we need to do as adults to help you?
I don't relate to none of that. I don't relate to none of that.
You don't relate to what? Women going to prison? Women are committing crimes.
Yeah, well,
Women are in gangs.
I don't know none about that.
Yeah, well, trust me, they're committing crimes. They're joining gangs. They're out there. They're robbing. They're stealing. They're killing. They're fighting. Most of the fights that you see in school are girl fights. True. Girls are fighting
it's
each
just
other.
because we don't get along with each other.
Well, we need to learn how
and
to
our
get along.
hormones,
Oh, the hormones drive me crazy. Okay, but it's a problem across the board for everybody, guys. Because if we don't solve this problem, we're gonna live in a world of chaos. And as an adult, I need to try to understand what you guys are going through. You understand? I need to understand what your problems are, and I need to understand what I need to do in order to help you. Because if I help you, I'm helping me. You see what I'm saying? So if I find out why you're so angry, and if you're angry because there are things that you want and there are things that you want to have, then I need to show you the path in order to get them. And I need to be honest and let you know that it won't happen overnight. And it's going to take a whole lot of work. It's just, all of the superstars that you guys glorify today, you buy their music, you watch their movies, you buy their merchandise, be it sneakers or whatever. They had to get there. They didn't just boom become LeBron James. He didn't just boom become, Mayweather. they don't. It just doesn't happen overnight. There's a process. You know.
Yes, some.
Well, tell me who did. Who made it overnight?
Man, you got a lot of people. It's not really these days. It's not really about talent no more.
What is
You
it
know what I'm
about?
saying? It's not about talent.
What is it about?
Catching somebody's attention.
Exactly. It's
You
about
just gotta catch the right person's attention.
exactly.
Really,
Go
how
ahead,
I-
toss in
like
that
the
paper and that
respect,
pen real quick.
Okay, so if it's not about talent, it's just about getting attention.
yeah, like, okay, so it just has to be something catchy, like with a song. It has to be a song that like a kid made a dance to or something, and then somebody just got a hold of it, and then they're like, oh, well, we can dance to this, so it's gonna be like.
It's a riding trend. That's
So
what I
we're
call
right
it.
back to the respect and attention thing. So we're going right back to it. So you have increase in violence for attention. Kids are angry because they want what? Attention.
See?
You don't need talent. We just want attention.
Exactly. See, it's just a big circle. And it's all leading up. This can lead up to that. Can lead up to that. Lead up to attention.
So all of this attention that they need externally, young people need to know that you need to give that attention to yourself internally.
Exactly, because I'm telling
Okay.
you, get all the attention you want. For example, Boom Gang got all the attention. We all know about him.
Who's
Dude who
Boot
go
Gang?
around doing dumb stuff, walking out with donuts, stealing and recording. Oh, a whole lot of.
Talked about that.
Exactly.
That does crazy
Look,
things.
if you look at him right now, he's falling apart.
Yeah, he got shot.
He shot himself.
Oh, never
He
mind.
shot himself, and he's messed up in the head. He's so lost.
Well, see, this is
Because
what
it's
I'm
like
saying.
he got so many access to everything. Nobody not gonna tell him no. That's what your friends come into. If it was your real friend,
got
you
that
would
right.
tell him no. It's not really a friend thing because
Well, who wants to
They
be around
making
real
money
people
off
that are gonna tell you no?
Exactly.
Let's be honest.
Ain't nobody gonna tell him the truth.
Yeah, but you say real friends will tell you the truth. But
Yes.
how many teenagers really hang around people that will really tell them the truth? Let's be real. Will all your friends tell you the truth?
They gonna tell you the truth out of respect though.
But how many people really have friends that say, you know what? You smoking weed, guess what? You need to chill. You need to stop. How many of you really have friends like that?
Not a lot. I know
Not
a
a
couple
lot.
people. Not a lot. though.
Not a lot,
I
right?
know a lot of people. I know a lot of people. Hey, I'm in the car, man. I really want to hit that. You tempting me. He said, no, man, don't do that.
Tempting you to do it.
You
Mhm.
want that job, you got to do it. I know
Don't
a couple
do it.
people that messed them up. It's a couple of them. Not
A
all of
couple,
them
but
gonna
not
tell
a
you
lot. Not enough though.
that. Exactly.
But what does it require for a real friend to do that? What kind of person is that?
Loyal.
A person like you guys are. You understand what I'm saying to you?
Exactly.
Because see, it takes courage to be honest, and it takes courage to do the right thing. It's easy to do the wrong thing. The easiest thing in the world is to go down the wrong path. Trust me. But the hardest thing in the world is to get out of wrong. You see? So it takes so that's why you guys are here. Because you need to be the path makers. You understand? You need to be the light. You need to be the one to say, yo, listen, I know you want to go smoke weed. We don't need to do that today. Okay? Today we need to do this. Or, I know you want to go, I don't know, rob somebody or hold somebody. We don't need to do that today. And even though they may get mad, you still have to choose right over wrong.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And in order for us to curb this violence, in order for us to decrease, just the fatalities and the homicides among teens are dying. Children are dying. You guys have to be that light. You guys have to be the one courageous enough to say, no, we aren't gonna do that. I know you're angry. I know you're mad. And
See,
it's okay to be mad.
We
Yeah.
we can say no all we want, but we don't know if your friend is really loyal until they pull out a gun and peer pressure you to do it, make you do it like they put a gun to your head. For example, they put a gun to your head, forcing you to do it. So you can't say no to that unless you're really brave to say no, then and get shot. Then I guess.
So you're saying that at that moment, they're pressuring, no, Kelvin, we're getting ready to go rob this guy right now. You're like, no, let's not do that. And they're like, oh yeah, oh well, you better go. You're going with us.
Came this far, yeah.
That's pressure. And so that's what goes on a lot of times.
Depends what kind of friends you got. Who?
So first of all, that's no friend.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So he's not a friend at all. And that would be the last gun he'll ever pull on me, because that would be my last time around them. You know what I'm saying? And it would take courage for you to step back and say, guess what? He's not a friend. So I can no longer associate with you. Because see, there's one old saying that says misery loves company. You see, people that are doing wrong love to drag what? People in with them. So now that's pressure at that moment. I would have to agree with you. Because if I had a friend and I knew she was getting ready to go rob a bank and I'm in the car with her and I say, listen, let's not go rob that bank today. And she pulled out a gun and put it to my head and said, you're going with me. Guess what Miss Newman's probably going to do? I'm probably going to have to go along with her that day. Let's just be honest. Because I want to live. But she'll never have me in the car with her again.
Oh, no, she going to be behind
It would
bars.
never. I will have to cut that tie. So that's what I'm saying. You guys have to be the ones. It takes courage to stand up, guys.
That's what they're going to use against you, too. I thought you were my friend.
But it's
Come
okay.
on.
But it's okay because there's a world outside your circle. See, this is what you know. A lot of you guys don't understand. There's a whole world out there outside the circle that you're in, and the majority of the world is not robbing people. The majority of the world, we're trying to do positive things, and that's what I want you guys to do. To go out there and say, listen, this is. Are you gonna get it right every time? No. There's no person that gets everything right. Are you gonna make some mistakes? Absolutely. Will you stumble? Absolutely. But you guys have to be that light. You see what I'm saying? Because we have to, this violence that's in our communities, we know because we just had that happen, you know, recently. You know, someone that we knew dearly was murdered. And it's a hurtful thing. It hurts. You know, it hurts people. So we have to stop the pain. We have to stop the hurt. Someone has, and you guys have to stop it. I'll be up in age. You see what I'm saying? And you guys will be sitting here. So then it'll be your turn to tell someone else what to do right and what to do wrong. Am I clear
So we
with that?
gotta take it what we've seen and do better whenever we become parents.
Absolutely.
It's
Exactly.
not
And
even
you're gonna
comparison
think-
when
you're
we
gonna-
get older in life.
Exactly.
Become
You're
adult.
gonna think different.
Exactly.
You're gonna think different. man.
Absolutely.
You're gonna
But
really-
how do you think until you learn?
You're gonna learn from your mistakes.
You learn
That's what I
from your
call
mistakes,
taking L's right there.
But you don't become a repeat offender. See, your learning means I did this wrong, I won't do it again. Okay, learning doesn't mean I did this wrong, I'll do it again and again and again. Because now you're a repeat offender.
Exactly.
Now that's a circle. And then you can't get up and say, I don't know how I found myself here. Oh, you absolutely do. You know exactly how you got in this situation. So you learn and you move on. You see what I'm saying? Like you said, you'll be parents one day. Okay? For me, I want my children to be better than I am. Does that make any sense?
And that's the
And
main goal.
you're gonna, when you have children, you're married, you have children, you're gonna want your children to not make the mistakes that what? You made.
You know?
You see what I'm
So
saying?
that's
You want
your job.
your children to be better than you are. And that's how it should be. But you guys have to start because there's so much murder. There's so much crime in our country, in our cities, in our homes today. And a lot of these teens, guys, the teens are being murdered. Teens are killing teens. I think in 2017, Nashville had the worst year of homicide and most of them were teens. Teens are killing teens. So it has to stop. We can't sit here and say, oh, it's not going to, it has to stop. And we have to be the ones to step in. So how are you going to stop it?
Hey, like you said, learn from your mistakes. Let other people know. You know? You gotta spread the word. Tell them why you shouldn't do this.
How are you going to stop it?
Lead by example.
Lead by what?
Example.
Example. How are you going to stop it?
Same thing you're doing.
Telling people. And how are you going to stop it?
Spread positivity.
Yes. Yes. Because see, all four of you live four completely different lives. Each one of you have your own story. Even I have my story. You know what I mean? And we're going to get into stories more. But you have to spread it. You see what I'm saying? And sometimes you will be upset. Some mornings you wake up and say, you know, I don't feel like being positive today. Well, you know what? I have to be positive today. Because, you know, I always say, get out of your what? Feelings. Get out of your feelings. Because feelings will lead you into a whole nother realm. You know, if I didn't feel, listen, I wouldn't be here today. I don't feel like getting, when that alarm goes off at 5 a.m., I feel like going, zzz, I'm not getting up. That's my feelings. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to get up, but you got to get out of your feelings.
And it's so hard that music begin to you.
Listen, you
Know what
better
I'm
get
saying?
up and handle your business.
Like that booed up. Got me in my feeling. And this everybody.
What is that?
You never heard of the new boot up, boot up.
What are you talking? I don't know what that is. What is boot up?
You got me in my feelings.
Well, boot up need to get out of her feelings.
Okay.
Boot up need to get out of her feelings.
We look up to her. And
Well,
then
you
she
see what
make
I'm
us
saying?
want to do the same thing.
Get in your feelings
Exactly.
or get out of your feelings.
Get in our feelings.
Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. See, there it is right there. So there's a new song, Boot Up.
So deep in my feelings.
It's
It's
another
so
song.
deep in my feelings.
NBA Youngboy.
I'm so
Love
deep
is
in my
poison.
feelings, I cannot handle my
Love
business.
is poison. Yeah, I mean, honey, in this island. The us guys
That's
or
what I'm
whatever.
saying. Here's the music,
I got it.
video games,
Post
all
it
of
on
this stuff.
Instagram. Man, the females ain't this, man. And then using lyrics and verses. You got Drake over here. Blah, blah.
about Kiki.
that, you know how he is.
But-
Man, people
but, you
put
know-
that in their life, act like they been through it, like, or either, other people. I like Lil Baby, but they be talking about the lean, drinking lean, doing all that. And they make it seem cool. So they make me, oh, man.
Well,
I
see,
wanna do
this
that.
is the problem. Back in my day when we would listen to music and things, we didn't have the lyrics that you have now, of
Right.
course. It wasn't as explicit as it is today.
Okay. Yeah.
But we knew it was only music. You see what I'm
no,
saying?
music affects
It
the mind.
it wasn't
I think it's just
we didn't think it was reality. For some reason, your generation, there has been a gap between. I mean, you're fusing reality with delusion. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, you take everything so literal. You take music, you see a video. Ooh, he's rich. Ooh, he's got it going on. Oh, he's a top when he's leasing
Know what I'm
everything that he has, and it's not reality.
Know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying? So boot up in her feelings. That's just a song that she's singing.
Exactly.
But that's not the
what
way
I'm
it
saying.
really
But
should
they,
be.
they take it as, you can hear a song, dude mumbling, you don't even know what he's saying. But you like that flow. Next thing you
'Cause it
know,
make
you
you
sing,
feel
you know the
a
whole
certain
song.
way.
Exactly.
Be in our
You know the
feelings
whole
again.
song, don't even realize you sang the thing. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at that and you look at something else, like, say, education, it's boring. Come on, man. It's boring.
Oh, now
But
that's a
if you
whole
had
other
that,
topic.
if
I
you had
understand
that,
that.
if
No,
you
it's
make-
only boring if you don't want to learn.
Yeah, but it's like saying the music only boring if you don't want to hear it.
But you guys are into your feelings about everything.
Well, man, my
Okay? And that's what leads to violence also in your
Exactly.
feelings,
They
right?
wanna make it seem
You're
okay.
mad.
They're not
So
worried
when you're
about what's
mad,
right or wrong.
you react. You understand what I'm saying? So this leads to teen violence in your what? Feelings.
They
See,
got
see-
me thinking I'm a stuff. I'm over here listening to Lil Baby.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. You see what I'm saying? So, because one thing about feelings, I can always tell you this about feelings. They're going to always change.
Exactly.
Okay? Because you can be happy one moment and sad the very next.
Just by the music.
So you can't lead your life according to your feelings. You need to
Exactly.
lead your life according to what you need to do and handle your business. Okay? Feelings change, guys. One of your friends can like you one day, yo, what's up, Calvin? Yo, we cool, what's up? And the next day they're like, I don't mess with you like that. Like, whoa, wait a minute, hold up. I thought we was cool. No, we ain't cool like that. So now you're mad. Right? But first of all, you can't control how he feels, what he says. So doesn't you get mad over that, okay? Because you can't control other people.
I mean, I really wouldn't care because people come and go in your life. So.
Yeah, well,
It's just all childish. It's high
Know
school.
what I said? I don't
and your feelings.
know.
You know what I'm
y'all
saying?
not gonna be with me forever. You know
So
what I'm
this
saying?
teen violence, guys, a lot of it has to do with emotions. Anger is a what? An emotion.
Exactly.
Okay? They feel a certain way. But we have to get out there. We need to talk to them. I want to talk to them. And next year that we do, I'm going to invite some people who have really lived that life. Because I want to know, what can I do to help you? Because helping you helps who? It helps me.
You
And it helps all of us.
Exactly.
Yeah. And no one's going to get it 100% right. We aren't going to save every life, but we can save some. You see what I'm saying? And the sum that we save is so very important. And each of you have so much to give. Listen, it's not about how smart you are. It's not about how much book knowledge you have. It's not about Socrates. It's not about the Pythagorean theorem. It's about what you can give to another person. And sometimes it's simply just a word of confidence, saying, guess what? You can make it. You will be successful. You are going to be great.
Hey,
You
that
are
stuff
going to
is
do
true.
great things. You know what I mean?
I was at Asuka, and then I like business stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and then I get my little fortune cookie. Say somehow you be successfully.
And just reading that made you
business.
feel what?
Yeah,
A
made me
certain
like-
type of way.
Exactly.
Just a certain type of way. So just an adult saying to a person that's in the gang, listen, you can make it. I think you're gonna be a great person.
Yeah, somebody you respect.
Yes.
If your favorite celebrity came up to you, told you something, you try your best. You know what I'm saying?
But see, we need to respect ordinary people, not just celebrities. This is another. Nobody respects doctors and teachers and lawyers
respect
anymore.
no more.
They think respect has to come with all this money. You gotta have all these material things to get respect. How does that make sense? Well, where does that make sense? That's what the world tells you, though. But respect is really something internal, because you have to respect yourself.
Exactly.
You understand? You respect yourself. You respect your life and the lives of other people, that
Most
you
of
can
them people.
change and make a difference. Because I'm here to let y'all young people know this: you aren't gonna be young all your life.
Exactly.
I know that seems weird. Trust me, I
Hey,
was 16,
it's
15
coming
at one
quick.
time. You know,
hey.
and it comes faster than you know.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? All the things you've done at this time, you'll pay for it that time.
That's how I think. I think like that.
Live for right now.
That's
Yeah,
how I
well,
think.
you can't live for right now.
I think
because
like
if you're
that.
lucky, tomorrow's coming.
Exactly.
So what are you doing about tomorrow?
Dead.
See, if you're only working on right now, what about tomorrow? What do you do for
I got
tomorrow?
a plan for myself.
No, not you. Yeah, I know. What's your plan?
I mean, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do. Gotta go to school in the morning, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly.
And then whatever comes next is whatever comes
That's
next.
how I
If
think,
I
too.
don't make it,
I
I
think-
don't make it.
I
Oh,
think-
see, wait. See now.
You
see?
know, I'm just saying not every day's promise is what I'm saying.
Well, no, not
That's-
every day's
that's what
promise,
she mean.
but you can live to the promise of every day.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Yeah, that's
See,
how I think.
every day is not promised, but you can still prepare
yeah.
for the promise
prepare
of the
for
next
that
day.
future.
Because you don't want the next day to come and you aren't ready.
Yeah.
See, now that's what happens in life, right? Before we know it, we're 35, 40, and you're like, uh-oh, how did I get here? Right?
Exactly.
How did I get here? So, I think everything is good. We talked about some violence and helping curb this violent rage that's going on in our communities. And, yeah, you guys are going to make the difference. I'm going to do what I can do while I'm here. But you guys, the stage is being set for you.
Bet.
You are our next business owners, community leaders, police officers, doctors, lawyers, artists, sports analysts. I mean, the list goes on. But you are the future. Because Miss Newman will be up in age, and then I'll be like, oh, Calvin, I know you own that boxing gym. You know what I mean? I have some, this is what I want to happen. What you want to say?
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, if I do become a professional boxer or not, then I don't. If I become professional boxer, I want to use the money, but not to buy gold and show it off. I want to use the money so I can make a better life, start a home, give my family home, give my family food,
Make it easy. Make it easier for your Make it
Yes,
easy
and that's
for
so
your
great, and
kids.
that's wonderful. That is a wonderful plan. And you got a plan. You see what I'm saying? You have a plan. So that's a great thing, guys. But we got to change the lives. We're gonna talk again about violence in the community and talk about other things. There's relationship violence. Okay, that's a whole nother topic. School violence, school shootings, and this violent rage within our communities is a bad thing. It's bad, guys. It's really gotten bad, and it's gotten the attention of everyone, but we don't know what to do. So this is why I started this. I want to talk to you guys. And then you said we need to communicate. We need to show that we care, right?
Exactly.
We need to show that we're concerned. Would you agree with that?
I agree.
Lauren, what do you want to say? Do you believe that?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess, but what?
Um,
But what? Say what you feel.
Yeah, say what you feel. Go ahead.
Say what you feel.
Say what you feel.
What do you feel?
I don't feel anything.
Okay. Do you agree with that?
Yeah.
Is that one of the ways that we can curb violence or decrease violence? By communicating with the teens, communicating with the young adults?
Hey, you gotta give him no God first though. We ain't even mentioned him yet.
Well, listen. Yeah. You can do all things through Christ.
Exactly.
That's a whole nother topic
Exactly.
and a whole nother show, because we're going to continue with this one.
Not
Okay.
only think about the future, but think about your afterlife. That's what I think about.
Absolutely.
That's why I do what I do, because I know I want to be at the end.
Okay. But not all kids have that. So what do you say to them?
Hey, if you heard the word, that's a choice. It ain't like
Some kids haven't heard the word, believe it or not.
it's way too many. It's missionaries out here.
Some
But not-
choice of religion.
Yeah.
Just
And some
whatever
people don't
their
have a
parents
choice.
say.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they parent isn't most parents.
No, you can't really say that.
I mean, yeah, I can
You can't really
actually.
say no.
No, I can. But
We're gonna talk about that because that's a whole other. We have that topic too. That's a broad topic
Hey.
that we can talk about. But we're gonna continue our discussion on violence.
I tell you, I'd be being violent too if I ain't know, guy like that. If I ain't know,
So you would be
Hey,
violent if you didn't know God.
man, I wouldn't care what I do,
Wow.
because I know it ain't no consequence. But now I know it is a consequence that, hey, I might go.
So you think a lot of these teens are angry and they're violent and they don't care who they kill or what they do because they don't
They
have
don't
a
realize
relationship?
it. Yeah, exactly.
Who agrees with that?
It's not
Exactly,
influenced
bruh.
as much.
That's what I think
Like, they
about
don't
every
have a-
time.
It's back to the negative thoughts. They're not thinking on the positive side and what God could do for them.
They don't
and
even
what
think
praying
about
could
God.
do. They're just thinking about their
They don't
next
think about
move
none of that.
and what
They
they're
think
gonna
about
do.
getting what they want.
So they don't
Yeah.
think about the consequences because they don't have a
Oh.
relationship with God and they aren't thinking
Only
about God at
consequence
all.
they probably think about what
They're
jail,
not thinking about the
prison.
right way to
That's
do
the only
it.
thing I don't give a crap about that stuff. I think about, man, what God gonna say to me when I'm standing in front of him.
So listen,
That's what I think about.
listen,
That's just me.
We're living in a godless, and not majority, but there are a number of people who don't
Exactly.
believe in God, and I'm sure there are a number of teens who don't believe in God.
They can see that. They can say they believe in God.
It's
It don't
not-
matter
yeah.
if they believe in God. It's not about that
They
though.
just don't know him.
Yeah, you gotta,
Yeah,
gotta build a relationship.
Relationship, yeah. So you're
Exactly.
saying a lot of these teens are angry because they don't have a relationship with
Exactly.
God,
Oh,
and
A lot of
they
them
don't
exactly.
see that there's a consequence.
Exactly.
And they don't believe there's a consequence
mentality.
because they don't have that relationship with God.
And their mentality is
Exactly.
all this bad stuff's going on, nothing's happening.
And
to
nothing's
for
going
it.
to happen. So there's no consequence.
Exactly.
Just jail and that's it.
jail, man.
They do their time, they'll get out. Okay,
Exactly.
I killed them. I did my time. I'll get out. It's okay.
Exactly.
But they
That's
don't know
why
the
they
bigger
be.
consequence.
They don't say nothing like that. Hey, free my boy. Free my. Hey, you be out soon, bro. All that. I don't think about nothing. If I was in jail, you know what I'd be doing? I'd be praying. I'd be talking to God. Pray it
Because,
don't
you
happen
know,
again.
I'm so glad you said that because for children to be so angry and have so much resentment in them, there is something lacking more than just parental guidance and parental support.
Exactly.
So I definitely want to get into that the next time we talk, because if you have a relationship with God, you understand that there's a consequence and you understand that there's a right and there's a what? There's a wrong.
Exactly.
Now you can choose whichever you prefer, but just know you're going to pay the price. You understand what I'm saying? So for these children to go out there and just kill senselessly and they could care less, there has to be a void
That's the only reason
in that area.
That's the only reason. That's the only thing that keep me from doing that.
Wow. So your relationship with God is what keeps you from committing crimes like that.
Yeah, cause this is just temporary. The afterlife, that's eternity. That's how I think about it.
And what about you, Kelvin? What do you think?
I mean, people could sin, but pray for forgiveness. Like, someone could kill someone, they can think about it all they want, but I mean, if they don't pray, I guess they don't get help from God, because they said God can make miracles, and I think that's true, because
Can't be forgiven unless they want to be.
yeah.
Exactly. You gotta mean it too.
But what about not even getting to the point to commit the sin? That's where a relationship with God comes in. You
Yeah,
see what I'm
'cause
saying?
he talk- he
you
talks
might
to-
think it, but you dare not do it.
Yeah.
Because you know you have that relationship with God. You see
You
what I'm
might
saying?
say it, but you don't
You may
mean it.
say it and think it, but you say, "Oh God, I'm not going to do it."
Yeah.
Because I know I have a relationship, and I know someone is what watching. What do you think? Do you think a lot of teens have a relationship with God? Do you think teens are so angry, they're so violent, because they lack a relationship with God?
Exactly.
Yes. your relationship with God, you're supposed to go to Him with anything. And I feel like some people are scared of the afterlife. Kind of like, their relationship with God is like ruined because of that. So they're like, okay, like I can't explain it. It's
What do
like
you mean?
I see what
they
you're saying.
fear what is afterlife.
Oh, okay. So that's why they respect God.
Yeah.
That's
that's
where I'm
another
coming
thing,
from. That's where I'm
too.
coming from.
Respect. Respect. So you know what not to do because you know the consequence.
And I don't even know if that's a good thing. I don't even know
What do you
if
mean?
you should think like that.
Why? What do you mean?
Because I'm scared of what's gonna happen. Because I
Well-
hear something like that. You shouldn't do it because you're scared of the consequence. You should do it because
You know it's wrong.
exactly.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you know it's wrong, and you should also fear consequences.
Exactly.
But mainly because you know it's wrong. It's the wrong thing to do
But
because the wrong thing leads to a consequence.
But people
That you
think
gotta
of it
pay.
just like the consequence. They don't think of it because it's wrong.
Oh, that's what you're saying. That's a valid point.
Exactly.
That's a valid point because you're hurting someone.
Because they like, I know it's wrong, but it's not even that, man. Something gonna come back to me.
Well, there it
Exactly.
is. That's the consequence.
They know that's why I say karma. They know it's wrong, but they don't think about that. But they do think about what's gonna come back to them.
So I've heard lack of communication from adults, lack of relationship from adults, and lack of relationship with God.
That is like your adult. I think your adult is like
what
your
leads
past
to
is
what
right.
teens being angry and teens being violent.
Exactly.
Would you guys agree with that?
Exactly.
You see, those are top poor
There you
communication,
go.
poor relationships in the home, and communication, and lack of relationship with God
Exactly.
can lead to teens being so angry. What are you gonna say?
Hey, that's the
You agree with that? Okay, she's yawning. All right then. All right.
Hey, my
So,
burger got cold.
Are we good on time? All right, so I think, we're going to wrap it up for today. I think we have all contributed some wonderful things in helping our peers and helping teens and young adults get on the right path. It's a good thing, right?
Yeah.
All right. We're good. We good.
Did you say cut? You gotta say cut.
Cut. How long was that?